you hear me now? It's quiet. Can you hear me now? Yeah? Okay, I'm seeing. Cool. All right. I did a lot of work on my I did a lot of work on my Twitch stuff. So like all my frames and stuff are good, but unfortunately I did a lot of work on my Twitch stuff on my desktop computer, and I'm streaming from my laptop right now. So, okay. Cool. There's a lot of stuff that like I got set up on my desktop computer upstairs, and I don't know if it'll work properly on my laptop down here. So we're gonna figure it out. Also, this is gonna be a weird one because the only place I have to buy, I have to get like one of those small tripods so that I can fit my camera like underneath one of like the cupboards. I don't have one. I just have the tall. So the only place that'll fit normally is like here, but it feels weird like do it like looking up into my camera and then I have to like look down into the chat. Uh so you'll just have to YouTube chats are going through. So, okay, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. I have the way that what I'm seeing is I can see activity from YouTube. Like I can see when people subscribe over on YouTube. Um, I'm a little quiet. Let me see. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, how about now? I should be better now. If you're on YouTube, I can see any activity. Like whenever someone subscribes, I can see it, and I can see your chats. I have a combined chat. Uh, but unfortunately, just by the nature of it, your chats on YouTube won't actively show up in like the stream chat, and like the alerts won't ping from YouTube. Uh, I think maybe there's a way that I can get that to happen. I don't know that way. Not yet, at least. And I feel like I'm making myself do more streams than giving my time to like make them perfect. We're good. I got a Twitch deck. I got a stream deck today. Thanks to Jay Sunshine. So thank you, Jay Sunshine. It came in today. I didn't have time to like plug it in, turn it on, mess around with it before this. Um, so I'll get it to work. Maybe I'll mess around with it later. I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm thinking. We cook. I'm gonna eat, and then oh, thank you for the follow, Wandering Tree 81. I'm thinking we cook dinner. I'm gonna eat, and then I don't know if I can switch. So I might have to like end stream and then start stream again a little bit later. But I think I'm gonna start doing this thing. It's an idea that I've had for a while, and tentative name is like Homebrew Doctor. So if you play D&D, and you've written like homebrew, I'm very good at like technical writing. I went to school for engineering. I took technical report writing. I write D&D books quite a bit. Um, so I know how to do all the technical writing part. And I want to do this thing that I'm thinking of calling the Homebrew Doctor, where if you tip me $5 and then send me the homebrew that you want fixed via like Google Drive, I will like edit it for slash with you live. If you send me a whole class, like subclass, I'm gonna need like $10. But if it's just like an item, I think like $5 is fun. I don't know if y'all are gonna like that. But I thought it'd be fun, and and also I gotta pay rent. So Anyway, we are gonna get started cooking here. If you're watching on TikTok, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to follow closer and like be involved with the chat and like get more like a better version of the stream, you can head over to Twitch. Oh, sorry, you can head over to the purple app that rhymes with Switch and look up same name, Ben underscore Brainerd, and it's we're live there. But we're gonna be cooking some pastizio, which if you've never had pastizio, I've only had it a few times. It's Greek. The best way that I can describe it, it's like Greek lasagna is like the closest thing that I can think of for describing it. Instead of red sauce or tomato sauce or anything, they use bechamel, so it's like a white, a white Greek lasagna. But we're gonna get started there. How many grams of pastizio are we expecting in this yield, brother? I don't know. I have a very healthy relationship with food, which means I don't count anything. I eat until I am full, and I eat what makes me happy. Thank you for the follow, Button Mash Vixen, and also for the follow, Nate LM the second. Oh, and for the sub, Nate LM second. I'm for sure not saying that right. I'm definitely not Nate LM second. I tried my best. Tried my best. Okay, I'm gonna grab my recipe book. You can just say Nate. Okay, I'll say Nate then. Terius FX. Hey, my guy. Are you the Terius that I think you are, Terius? I know two Teriuses. I know two Teriuses. Do I know you from Orlando or from Army? Which that's how I'm deciding to separate the okay. Yeah. That's who I thought you were. I was like, no way Terry is Army Terius is finding my Twitch randomly. Anyway, we're gonna do some pastizio. We gotta make some bechamel sauce. We gotta cook up some spinach. We gotta cook up some ziti. We gotta cook up some ground beef. It's been a minute since I've made some pastizio. Let me look at this to see what we're gonna make first. The bechamel requires like the most active eyes on participation. What else we gotta dice an onion. Okay, so we're gonna dice the onion, cook the ground beef in the same pan with the onion. And then when that's done, we're gonna start boiling water for the ziti. And while the water is boiling and the ziti is cooking, we're going to make the bechamel sauce. Thank you for the follow, Josephus. Chose fuss. I gave you 3 different variations. I hope at least one of them was right. Okay. So we're gonna start. Well, we're gonna start by washing hands. Oh, hi! I went to high school with you. I'm gonna believe you, Malia. I don't remember high school. But I'm gonna believe you anyway. Anyway, if you guys are watching on TikTok and you want the better feed that's more involved and to be like get in with chat, you can follow along on the stream I can see the YouTube comments, and then the purple one that rhymes with switch. That one's the most like integrated with stream. That's like the best way to support, I believe. Second try on my guy. Josephus? Was that the second one that I said? Josephus? I think my first one was Josephus. So I think Josephus is like... I went to army with you. That is a fun way to phrase that. 2010 to 2015. Euphoria. Army with me. 2010 to 2015. Are you sure? No, because I didn't join the army until 2015-16? I joined 2015 or 16. We never met. Big arm. Oh, okay. We were just actively in the army at the same time. Got it. Okay. I thought you meant we were like in the unit together, and I was like, I mean, hell yeah, thanks for being here. But all right. We gotta focus. We gotta wash hands. We're gonna dice an onion, and then we're gonna get going. Pastitio, never heard of it. Pastitio, the best way I can describe it, it's like Greek lasagna. In that it's noodles and some ground beef with a sauce in layers that gets baked. However, we usually use like the flat noodles with the red sauce. The Greeks, this version is ziti. Ziti instead of lasagna noodles. There we go. Ziti instead of lasagna noodles, and instead of red sauce, we are making bechamel sauce. So, that's that. I am going to turn my back to the camera to chop this onion, or else I fear I will never do it. Do I want to... No. I have a couple cast iron skillets, but I'm very selective about when I use them, and I don't want to use one right now. So we're gonna use my other pan. Oh, my knees! Ugh. Other pan. All right. Chopping board. Onion. I like using the sweet onions because they remind me of home. These are not Vidalia onions, although I can choose to believe that they are. I'm trying to remember what kind of dish this gets baked in. 9x30. What I have? Yeah. Okay, I've got it. I thought for a second I didn't have it. Good evening, Ben. What's up? Welcome in. No nickname found. We're about to start cooking some pastitio, which is like it's like a Greek lasagna. I gotta dice this onion first. People ask, what's the right way to chop an onion? And the correct answer is whatever way is safe and comfortable for you, and ends with the onion being diced into the sizes that you are trying to have. The way that I chop an onion might not be the same way that you do, and that is fine. What do you guys? What's your? Do you guys have a go-to for like songs you sing to yourself whenever you're doing stuff like this? Right now, I got Third Eye Blind's Semi Charmed Life in my dome, but it's not even any part of the song other than the do 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 do. I'm back. I'm going. It's the scat version of Third Eye Blind Semi Charmed Life. That's what's in my head right now. We got half an onion chopped here. This does not look like a lot, but that's fine. I'm not big on the flavor of onions anyway, so está bien. Songs about meth for 100, please, Alex. Ooh, can I name another? Okay, Semi Charm Life. Ooh, okay. No, I don't have another song about meth. I do have one about. I don't know if I can say this on live. Different substance. The song Cotton by the Mountain Goats. The song Cotton by the Mountain Goats. Fantastic. This song is for the rats who hurled themselves into the ocean when they heard that the explosives in the cargo hold were just about to blow. This song is for the soil, toxic, clear down to the bedrock, where no thing of consequence can grow. Drop your songs there, let them go, let them all go. And this is a thing I didn't know was normal. Sticks of butter are different shapes on the West Coast than they were in Florida. The sticks of butter in Florida are like twice as long and half as thick. But then I moved out here and it was like this short, girthy bitch. It, it was weird. Christopher Rutherford, hey man, do you remember me? Yeah, I remember you, Chris. How you doing, man? Why is it huge? I don't know, Alice. I don't know. I should ask Grandma for her recipe. Been a while since I've had him. Yeah. Hey, listen. If this spurs you to ask your grandmother for a recipe for a thing that you love, do it. All right, we're gonna melt down roughly a tablespoon of butter. Put that over medium-high heat. A little bit of oil helps keep the butter from burning, by the way, if you didn't know. That's gonna melt down, and while we're waiting for that to melt down, we're gonna grab our other ingredients that are gonna go into this pan. Is he on the purple site? Yes, I am, TikTok. It rhymes with switch, and my name is the same. I'm also live on the red play button one, so you can check out there as well. Although the purple one is much more like integrated with like chat and interactivity. While we're waiting for that butter to melt, we're gonna grab the other ingredients. So we're gonna get our ground beef. We're gonna set out all the seasonings that we're gonna put in, and because this is a Greek dish, we are going to use cinnamon. We're gonna use cinnamon in our ground beef, and if you think that sounds wrong, that's okay. Probably just not Greek. I think it's fun. I like it. I like it. Let my spinach go. Got my ground beef. I'm gonna use salt. What is this? Use salt. We're gonna use pepper. We're gonna use ground beef. The recipe doesn't say any others. Dude, dude. Okay. Okay. Okay, I hear you, fridge. Gosh dang. All right. I just refreshed myself. I read the whole recipe again. I refreshed myself. It makes sense again. There's eggs that get to be used in this. Not directly into the meat. The butter is melted and starting to boil. This is my favorite part. It's almost hot. When this is hot, we're gonna drop our onions in and let them cook until they're translucent. And then when the onions are translucent, we're gonna drop in half of our ground beef here, and we're gonna season with salt, pepper, and cinnamon. More salt than everything else, and then pepper and cinnamon. Cinnamon has a very strong taste to it, so you don't need to add a lot of cinnamon. It's mostly a smelling thing. You add cinnamon until it smells correct. So you don't need a ton of cinnamon. You are also very well allowed to backseat chef, especially if you're like actually Greek. Oh, but it's a mortal sin. It isn't. Um, it's not a mortal sin. And if it was, I would do it harder. Hey, thanks for the follow, Chris Ruther 2021. If adding Oh wow! Thanks for the cheers. Too drunk for you. Listen, if adding cinnamon to ground beef when you're making a Greek dish that asks for cinnamon in your ground beef was a mortal sin, kill me now. Kill me now. Big Mama Bear. I don't know, Ben. What what mom says. I don't think we use either TBH. Probably regional. Um, I mean, listen, I'm not Greek. I wasn't raised in Greece, right? So I don't know if like that's like a thing, like a traditional thing, or if it's like the Americanized version. All I know, all I know is the recipe that I have for pastizio, and every version of pastizio that I've eaten at restaurants includes ground beef that was seasoned with cinnamon. You can fight that all you want. I'm still gonna do it because guess what? It tastes good. Also, for some reason, Ohio does it, but I guess that kind of makes sense if it did come from like the general Greek region. Okay, but I tell you true, nutmeg in the besh. Skip the cinnamon. I believe you, and I feel that's probably correct. I don't think I have nutmeg. For using cinnamon. I don't have nutmeg. I don't use nutmeg a lot. I mean, I might, but I'd have to go through a lot of. I got this seasoning cabinet runs deep. I might, but I gotta go through it. All right. Before our butter burns. If I was a better chef, I would probably also chop up some garlic to cook in there. But I'm tired, and so I'm not gonna do that. The cinnamon is all very Turkish, actually. Good to know. There's got to be a pretty decent amount of crossover, right, between like the. Now I'm very good at like American geography, but there's got to be some decent crossover between like traditional Turkish and traditional Greek cooking, right? They're close enough for that. The same general region. Like it matters very heavily upon like what types of foods are raised, what types of meats are raised there, and what types of like plants are grown there regularly. Ben, do you have a crock pot by chance? Big Mama Bear, I got two crock pots. I also got a cast iron Dutch oven, which is very heavy. Turkey and Greece are cultural rivals, which, yeah, all right, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, a lot of Balkan foods are shared with minor differences. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Um, Ben, I cut myself too much cake. Can I spiritually give it to you? Yes, which album? I'm more of a Comfort Eagle fan, but if you have Fashion Nugget, I won't say no to that. Was that joke too niche? Thanks for the follow, George Kovas 2700. I find it a bit coincidental that a man named George Kovas just followed while I'm cooking some pastitio. Uh, oh, ayo, Greek dude here. How can I help? Thanks for following, George. We are making some pastitio. It has been a minute since I have made pastitio. How do you feel about cinnamon in your ground beef, George? I don't think there was an argument, but we are talking like regional differences and stuff. So, Uh, George, let me know how you feel about cinnamon in your ground beef. Is that like super common in Greek food? Or is it just like here or there? Or is that like the Americanized Greek food? Yeah, it's standard. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I feel like I Anthony Bourdained myself into figuring that. But vindication! I don't know why I walked away. I gotta be right here. This is 2 pounds of ground beef. I don't need all 2 pounds. We're gonna add half of this. It is. Yeah. Blah. Mash, 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 mash. MASH was a good show. Anybody ever watch MASH? Mix that up with the onion. Alright. Salt. More salt. A little bit of more salt. If I die, I die. You know? My heart isn't gonna last forever. We got pepper. Salt. Pepper. Cinnamon? There it is. Cinnamon. Again, cinnamon is very strong. You don't need a lot of it. Salt and pepper. We're gonna add some garlic powder in here. Garlic powder, not garlic salt. I want to control how much salt goes into my stuff. We already got onion powder in there. George, if you're still in here, what other stuff would you put in your ground beef if you're making pastitio? You are a resident Greek person. Someone mentioned nutmeg earlier, and I think I have some, but I don't want to go searching for it right now. I feel like I could do the other... No. We're going to stick with the recipe, but I do feel like I could do 2 pounds of ground beef in this. I guess the ziti does take up a lot of space. We're trusting the recipe, and then if I don't like it, we're gonna make a note. We're gonna write a note to future Ben. Nutmeg could be one. Okay, I'll look for it. I think I have it. I got a lot of stuff, but I don't know. That reminds me, in 9th grade, I was in a culinary class, and I was making something with cinnamon, and I thought the cinnamon would taste like the leftover cinnamon from Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I ate like a whole pinch of pure cinnamon. They made like that's a challenge. That's literally like, ooh, a spoonful of cinnamon. That was like a challenge. Did you throw up? What happened to it? Archaic silence? What happened to you? Did you die? Did you die? Oh, haircut? Yeah. Haircut. Ground beef is cooking. I got spinach right here. We're gonna cook this spinach in the ground beef. I had to put some veggies. There's no veggies in this meal, so I figured just a little bit of spinach. Not very fun to explain to my teacher. That's dangerous, man. No, I'm not saying you should do it. Don't do the challenge. I'm just saying it was a challenge. Alright, the ground beef is just about all cooked through, so we're just gonna add our baby spinach in here. Should I have washed it before? Maybe. But if I die, I die. Oh, there's so much baby spinach. No, it isn't. When this is all cooked through, it's gonna be like so little spinach. Spinach gets shy. Alright, well that is finishing up. We're gonna grab our big pot for our ziti. Use the whole box, Ben. Don't be. I can't overcrowd the. I can't crowd the pan. I cannot crowd the pan. Curious Kuro. Eggplant is for moussaka. Oh, I don't know if it's used for pastitio, but Yaya usually uses parsley in minced meat, if I recall correctly. I can see parsley going well in this. I'm not gonna add it right now. But yeah. I can see parsley going in there. Gotta head out. Best friend is in labor and I'm her doula. Let's hope water doesn't break in my car and I don't help deliver another baby this time. Y'all take care. Sending much love for your Louisiana sister from another mister that now is a masshole. Yeah, go take care of that, Big Mama Bear. God forbid water breaks in your car, but also who better to have in a car with you when your water breaks unexpectedly? Have a good one. I hope it all goes well. Also, I'm realizing you gotta add water and some tomato paste to that. I've never used one of these tubes of tomato paste, but I keep seeing people use like tubes, and I'm like, that's so much better. That's so much better than the can, like the one-use can. Uh, where am I? Where am I from? George, are you asking me where I'm from? I'm from Daytona Beach, Florida, originally. I live in Los Angeles now. I just grew up real poor, so I learned how to cook. I learned how to cook good, and I like expanding my horizons. So anytime I like go out and try a new meal or a new dish or something, I will I'll like make a note. I'll be like, "Oh, that tastes good," and then I'll try to make it at home. And I've done pastitio before, but it's been a minute. And I'm also very like happy to like, oh, you're from the place that made this. Tell me how your grandmother made it. I'm so happy to update. I write out any recipe that I like. I write out by hand, and then I make notes in the margin to update for next time. Like the first time I made pastitio, the recipe I found did not use very much bechamel, and I was like, well, that's just gonna dry out the noodles. Whale Shark Ellie, Ben, do you think I'll get out of class for -12 weather tomorrow? God, I hope so. I wouldn't go. -12? I'm not going. Little bit of water. Tomato paste. Mix that up. I'm still not used to cooking with glasses on. Like every 5 seconds, my vision just goes misty. Okay, that's pretty cooked. We're gonna get a pot ready for the water. I've never made less than the full box of noodles at a time. I don't know if that's just a me thing or if that's an everybody thing, but if you scoop it to a different container, that works pretty good for a few days. Yeah. But I'm gonna be dropping this into a dish, so I'm gonna put it in a 9x16 pan and bake it. Alright, we're gonna move that off the heat. We're gonna change this to the fast boil setting. Give me that salt. Okay, that's ready. My ziti, yeah. Here's my ziti, and now I need a pot for the bechamel. I would just use the same pan that I made the beef in. But alas, however, I have made sauces in that pan before, and then I realized at the end that there isn't like one of those spouts. There's no spout on that pan, and so then I just have to like spoon. I have to like spoon all of my sauce from the pan into a mason jar, and I don't have to do that. I don't have to. I have pans with spouts on it. This is gonna be enough. Yeah. Bang. All right. First thing we gotta do. We're gonna make. All right. So the note that so the first time I did this recipe, it said 3 tablespoons of butter, right? And then the only note I really wrote is double the bechamel. So I'm gonna drop 6 tablespoons of butter in here. How much did I chop off? Oh, would you look at that? Okay, I think I took off a tablespoon, so that's about 6 tablespoons right there. I'm gonna turn the heat on. Oh. Medium, high. I'm gonna chop this butter up so it melts a bit quicker, a bit more even. Six tablespoons of butter. A stick is about 8. I already dropped 1 tablespoon to cook the onions and beef in. So roughly 6 tablespoons of butter. I'm a good enough cook that I don't need to do the exact math anymore on stuff like this, because if it doesn't look the way that I want it to look, I know how to just actively fix it in that moment. But roughly, if you're making a sauce, and you're making it with, like, if you're making one of the mother sauces, like bechamel is a mother sauce, it's like a 1-to-1-to-1. With it goes tablespoon of butter, tablespoon of flour, 1 cup of base liquid is roughly, give or take, but that's about what it is. So if you're doing bechamel, for every 1 tablespoon of butter, you add 1 tablespoon of flour, and 1 cup of milk, roughly. If you want to take away a little bit of that milk, you can add different dairy like cheese. This one is also going to be adding egg. French add egg and call it, I forgot. It's probably bechamel. I just forgot to say egg. We should totally make him do a Greek accent. I do not know how to do a Greek accent. I had Greek neighbors when I was a kid, but the only thing I know how to say with a Greek accent now because of them is Roger! Because Roger was my father's name, and that's how everybody in the whole neighborhood knew that the Greeks were at their vacation home across the street from my house. Their vacation home makes it sound like it was a nice place. It was just an affordable place that they would come to in Florida. But whenever the Greeks came home, my dad would be outside and he would yell, Greeks! And then they would come outside and go, Roger! And that's how I know. I could probably extrapolate from the Roger and get to like a general Greek accent, but I don't wanna like, I like Greek people. I'm not gonna make it sound like I think it's dumb. Also, I do not remember any of their names because I've never heard any of them say that. The only thing that I heard anybody ever call them was the Greeks. Which is hilarious, by the way. Alright. The butter is just about melted, so we got to... We're gonna throw in our flour. Where the fuck is my tablespoon? Well, I mean, I guess I don't really need it, but it does make my life better. I found a half tablespoon, which could work. What in the world? Where's my tablespoon? Knock, knock. Tablespoon, where are you? What? And I cannot stress this enough. The fuck? Alright, I guess I'm using a half tablespoon. I need 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna stop at 10. 10. Mix it in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. We are on the right track. Alright, chat. I'm gonna have to ignore you here for a little bit, because this part of the process is very important. So that, if I measured everything correctly, that should be the exact right amount of flour. Which, judging by this, think maybe I added a little bit more than 6 tablespoons of butter. So let me add a little bit more flour. There we go. And that is exactly the right consistency we want out of our roux. All right, so this says we wanted to add 2 cups of milk last time. We're not doing that. It also says warmed milk. It'll warm up. It'll be fine. Yeah, okay. And then we're gonna... we gotta add more milk than that. That don't make no sense to me. Also, this is almond milk, which is always a little bit weird because it doesn't have nearly the fat content that milk has. So this is, I play it by ear a lot. Roughly 2 cups. I spilled some. Está bien. More. Water's boiling for the ziti. That's good. Ben, I feel like you could burn water. You can boil water. But I'm like a very good cook. I feel like there's a lot of internet people you could go into their live streams and be like, "You're a bad thing," but no, I'm very confidently a very good cook. Also, my laptop's about to die, so I gotta grab that. Yep. We're gonna have to be... Yeah. Plug in, please. Thank you. How does one buy your D&D crafting source book? Go to my website, which is benbrainerd.com, and then there's a button that says either store or merch. I forget which one it is, but look for that button, and then I think it's just called the Guide to Crafting Early Release, and you can buy it there. And when you buy it, it comes with the updates automatically. Wait to the party. What are we cooking? Pastitio! Alright. Pasta on. Bechamel's cooking. We gotta preheat the oven to 350. And I usually do. I usually do my sauces in like a shallower pan, which does make it go faster. Oh, you can't even see it. Greek lasagna. Basically, I think that's the best way to describe it. It's Greek lasagna. We want this to simmer and thicken. And if it doesn't naturally just thicken on its own, I can add a little bit of flour there. Oh, I got. I didn't see these. Thanks for the follow, Kia Jade and Axton Streams. Appreciate that. If a better cook than me, I spilled so much making a homemade tomato soup. I was just gonna say get a wooden spoon. Yeah. My stovetop has like a boiling lava hot in 60 seconds setting. And it took me a minute to learn. It's great for getting the water started to boil, but once it reaches boiling, I gotta turn it down a little bit, or else it'll just keep spilling over no matter what. I'm eating queso chips and drinking grapefruit liquid IV in bed right now. Dog, love yourself. What are we? What are we doing there, man? Is it a Fuecoco tat? It is. I got Fuecoco Sandile and Totodile. I got the Chomp Squad on there. They're all hanging on to a tail of a Dragonite. That's hard to show. I burnt ramen before. I can't cook. Oh, cook it less. Hope that helps. We're getting some thickening going. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's perfect right there. We just had to believe, chat. We also got to season it. Salt. If you want your thing to taste more, salt. Oh, we got a raid from Jennings. Hello, Jennings. Thanks for raiding, Jennings. I don't think I've seen him in the chat yet, but thanks for raiding, man. Appreciate that. What's up? What were you up to? What were you streaming over there, Jennings? I'm doing good, man. Yo. All right. That's perfect. It smells really good. It looks really good. The texture's perfect. Take that off. Noodles is still cooking, but they almost done. Our oven's almost done. Thanks for the follow, Royal Amara, and thanks for the follow, Danger Kitty 6. Enjoy your meal, my friend. I gotta go ready for pickleball. Have fun at pickleball, Jennings. You know the rule. If you don't win, you can't come home. And then we add an egg. Oh, thanks for the follow, Witchblade185, and thanks for the follow, Cozy Reads Maria. Appreciate it. Jennings, also text me after pickleball. I'm trying to run some in-game in-person D&D stuff at my house. So text me because I want to run this Saturday. Just small group. Thanks for the follow, Tara Jane O, and thanks for the follow, Chikara Ray. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Alright, we're gonna add one egg into our bechamel here. It smells really good in here. It smells really good in here. That egg in. I should probably add a second egg, but I'm not gonna. Come on, ZD. Cook, baby, cook! It's almost done. We're gonna grab our colander. Alas, I must go to bed for work in the morning. Have a good stream. Thanks for stopping in. Egg and bechamel. Yes. Yup. Captain, my captain, our fearful trip is done. Get some rest, all who need. Past Ben said add another egg. No. Never done that before. Does it change much? I think usually it wouldn't. The problem is I use almond milk, which has like no fat content. So like a big part of whisking in the milk is that the milk has a lot of fat content, and that interacts with the roux. So sometimes adding in. Oh, I can go again? So sometimes adding in the egg helps with the fat content. Also, I put it's a big batch of bechamel. I feel like if it had more egg, it would be definitely much more of a Mornay. But that really did not change it much at all. Okay, I think the ZD is done. Where's my colander? Does the almond affect the taste? Um, I'm sure it does. I don't notice it. Truly, the biggest problem with using almond milk over regular milk is the lack of fat content. So there's some extra stuff you gotta do if you're trying to get your sauce thicker. Almond milk needs more extra stuff, like like a little bit of an egg, or like extra flour, or more cheese, or just whatever you're using for your thickening agent. If you're gonna use almond milk, you gotta use much more of that thickening agent. But it lasts a lot longer. And if you get they usually have like unsweetened almond milk. I don't buy that. I can definitely taste the difference between sweetened and unsweetened almond milk. And the sweetened stuff, how it comes, that tastes pretty much like milk to me at this point. Why almond milk and not cow's milk? Because when I go on tour and I get home, milk goes bad and I have to throw it out. Almond milk stays good for like 2 or 3 times longer than milk. Oh, thanks for hopping in the raid. Yeah, I'm a good cook. But I don't often stick to traditional stuff. So like there are a couple Greek guys in this chat, and if they're like in the chat going, as soon as you add egg, it's no longer a bechamel. Trust them. Absolutely trust them. I'm cooking the way that I know it's going to work, and I think that's about like, and that's all that I truly care about. Like, I'm willing to change a recipe or do something different if somebody's like, "Hey, this is the way my yaya made it." I'll do that. I trust everyone's yaya. Really, I prefer unsweetened because it tastes closer to cow's milk for me. And use unsweetened. I prefer the sweetened because I like to eat bowls of cereal, and it definitely tastes better sweetened. The other thing that this recipe says to do is mix an egg in with the noodles when the noodles are done. So I'm just gonna put them back into the pot that came out of, and crack another egg in there. I think I might make krithoraki because I finally found some over here. What is krithoraki? I'm unfamiliar with that. This is so fun to listen to with a headache because I forgot my blue light glasses. I'm sorry about your blue light glasses. I hope your headache goes away. Oh, also, Missouri accent, even if we don't really have one. Alright. No, I can do the... Missouri. Missouri's down here. They've got a little bit of a twang. It ain't like a big twang or nothing. But Missouri's definitely got a bit of a southern accent in there. It's the type of pasta that's made with semolina and looks kind of like big flat rice grains. Oh, alright. Hey, that sounds good. My thing is like, I'll eat anything. I'll try anything once. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Got them noodles all mixed in there. We got the bechamel all ready to go. We need cheese, right? It just says cheese. It don't tell me what kind of cheese. I imagine since it's a Greek dish, it'd be feta, but I ain't got feta. Let me see what I got. Meatball Dave. Hi, Ben. Hey, what's up, Meatball Dave? The only thing I noticed as different from other accents is that we say again. Again? How do you say again? Is it like with an I? Is it again? Apparently when I speak Swedish, my Swede friends think I'm Russian. Huh. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got Parmesan. Alright. Alright, we're gonna drop some Parmesan in here. Give me my 9x13. Got this out here, and we got some layers to go. Alright, so the layers go pasta, cheese, meat. How many layers is this? Pasta, cheese, meat, cheese, pasta, cheese, sauce. Okay. So about half the noodles go right here. Break apart, thank you. About half of them noodles go right there. Tell you what. And this is cheese next. We're gonna drop some shredded Parmesan on here. Yep. Pasta, cheese, meat. There's only one layer of meat, so we're just gonna dump all the meat on here. We got the meat and the spinach on one layer. I need a one layer. I could have done both. I could have done 2 pounds. I could have done 2 pounds of ground beef in this. Gotta get it spread apart all evenly. Oh, now. You gotta make sure you're spreading it all even like. Because if you leave a noodle uncovered, that noodle just gonna get all dry and rock hard in the oven. Alright. There's that, and then another layer of cheese. So we're adding another thing of Parmesan. Fried seal meat. I missed the beginning, but someone's talking about fried seal meat? I'd eat that. I'd try that. That sounds delicious. That's so much fat. Oh, fat's where all the flavor is. The poor seals. They should have developed into humans if they didn't want to be eaten. Pouring this Parmesan for 35 years. No. Oh, Ben, if you love fat, then you definitely love muktuk. It's whale blubber and it's eaten raw. and on cardboard. I've heard about muktuk. I would try muktuk. However, I don't want to live in a place that is cold enough to like regularly serve muktuk. Where are you from, Meatball Dave? Gotta be like Alaska or something. At least. I'm thinking like more Icelandic. Truly, but I don't know how big. You know what? No, IKEA serves meatballs. Swedish meatballs. You could be Swedish. Is it weird that I love tuna fillets but absolutely hate canned tuna? It is not weird. It's not weird that you like the fresh thing better. Thanks for the follow, Crow's Fury. I was born in Nunavut, Canada, moved to the northeastern United States. Okay, Canada makes a lot of sense. I don't know if I'm saying Nunavut correctly. But it's like a word I've heard people say, and then it did not stick. Okay, so technically I'm supposed to add another layer of cheese on top of this before I add the sauce, but I am out of Parmesan. So we're just going straight sauce, baby. Sure you get the edges. Gotta cover every noodle, or else it will just dry up. Whatever's exposed is just gonna dry up and be rock hard in the oven. Don't want that. I was correct to double the amount of sauce. This was a correct call by me. Earlier me. Present Ben thanks past Ben for thinking of future Ben. Noodles, cover all the noodles. Down under there, noodle. Can't stick out, noodle. You gotta stay down in there, noodle. Really, bursting at the seams as maybe it's good I didn't cook both pounds of ground. It could have fit. Ground beef ground beef is like cats. It'll fit into whatever crevice. Thank you for the follow, DN Eves. I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like. Are you John Mulaney or related to him? No. He's on the Purple Stream site that I don't think you can say on here. Don't think he's streaming on IG. Correct. I am on the Purple app that rhymes with Switch. Mari, hello Ben. Pretty cool stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here, Mari. I'm gonna see if I can bend this down. So this is what it looks like before going into the oven. And I know it just kind of looks like gray blob. But that means that I have covered it very well in bechamel. We did it. Now we're gonna pop this into the oven. A noodle did escape. It happens. I was trying to pay attention to food and a Twitch stream at the same time. That is the sacrifice. Every time you cook, you gotta sacrifice one thing to the food gods. Okay, we gotta put this in the oven at 350, which is already preheated. For how long? Did I not write down? 45 minutes. Oh, that's hot. Nope. Gosh dang it. How do I stop? How do I turn off? Thank you. Got it. I was not at all uh, hindered by technology. I figured it out immediately. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Uh, I've wanted to move back to Nunavut actually since I'm Inuk, and hell if I return to the States with Natsik. I don't know if I pronounced any of those words correctly. I hope I did. Oh, also I missed those. Thank you for the follow, X Nova's Heart X and Jonathan underscore F99. Appreciate it. Bake and a bake for 45 minutes in the oven at 350. Excuse me, at 350. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to grab my phone charger so my phone can charge. You look like you might have a one-sided beef with raccoons. Nope, it's not one-sided. They know what I did. Uh, Not sick is how it's pronounced. Okay, not sick. Thank you. I'm gonna grab my phone charger so my phone can charge, and then I'm going to take this time to clean up my kitchen. But I'm also going to I'm set up something so that you guys can play a game together while I'm cleaning up my kitchen. So let me see. Thanks, oven. Okay, we're gonna switch over to yeah. That was not the 45-minute alarm. That was saying because I accidentally turned off the alarm, so I had to turn it back up to 350. It's fine. We're good. It's está bien. Okay, we're going to. I gotta open these. One of these. Go to that. And then we gotta go to that. Not showing up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, let's stretch this. Hmm. There we go. Okay. We're going to transition to a new scene. If you're watching on TikTok, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm not going anywhere on TikTok. However, we're gonna play a game together in chat. And so if you wanted to play the game together, oh, somebody redeemed. Oh, nickname found. A Texan cooking Greek food sounds funny. Now listen. All right, it's a bit funny. It's a bit funny. All right. So if you're watching over on TikTok and you want to play together, in chat with this group of people, you got to head over to Twitch. I'm also gonna drop it into the YouTube chat. So that's gonna be there too. So the way that this game works, I'm gonna click transition. We're gonna go here. All right. So this game is called Redactle. They're giving us a random Wikipedia article, right? All of the words other than prepositions and articles have been redacted. So we have to guess, and I'm gonna share a link in the chat. I'm gonna share a link in the chat so y'all can play along. But we have to guess one word at a time together until somebody guesses the name of the Wikipedia, the title of the Wikipedia article, right? Please do not just Google it. I believe in y'all. There's at a certain point you can start to Google some words and phrases to figure it out. But don't if one of y'all knows it, and I can reset it when you get there. Hey, thanks for the follow, Fluff Bubbles. Please no cheating. Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna grab the link and I'm gonna drop that link into here's for Twitch, and then for YouTube. Oh, that just shows y'all everything whenever I flip out of it. Huh. That's fine. So all you gotta do is click that link. I know how to do this. All right, if I just separate this own thing, right? Then I can go at. Boom. Fixed it. All perfect. That just how I wrote it up the first time. All right. There you go. That link is in chat on Twitch and on YouTube. Just start guessing words. I'm gonna start cleaning my kitchen, and I'll pay attention a little bit here and there. But gotta grab my charger for my phone, and then I'm gonna start cleaning my kitchen while y'all are doing that game. I got my charger here. Oh, y'all got queen. The word queen is in the title somewhere. Don't see the link. Okay. Let me see if I can fix that link for YouTube. Oh, I never hit send. That's on me, y'all. I never hit the send. I never hit enter. The link is now in the YouTube. It should be. Alright, tell me if that works. Or if it don't work, actually. That might make a bit more sense. Y'all got it now. Alright, cool. Perfect. Y'all have fun with that. Blank Queen of Blank. I hope it ain't no hard one, but also I hope it. How do you play? I missed it. I'm on the website. All right, so this is a random Wikipedia article, but all the words have been redacted other than articles and prepositions. Your job is to guess words. It will reveal anytime you type a word that's in there. It'll reveal the word every instance of it, and the goal is to guess the title of the article. So you got to reveal information until you figure out what the title of the article is. Uh, and don't forget words like more and some, no, numbers 1, 2, 3, first, second, third, late. If it's about a person, you're gonna get the words like born, death, he, she, they, father, son, daughter, siblings, all that. This is a queen of something, so you can guess areas, regions, countries, things like that. Oh, we have another channel point redeem. Louisiana is just the best accent. I can fall into the Louisiana one. I like doing a Louisiana accent too. So this is what we got going on. And while y'all doing that, I gotta put away. Oh no! I put away this ground beef that's been sitting out. Come on, man. There we go. Not the best, not the best drop, but I ain't really never put a whole lot of ground beef inside a Ziploc bag before. How do I guess? Okay, you got it. I just want to fill in a word or try to. So, Randy, you got to find the link that I dropped in chat. Hey, thanks for the raid, Grim Exodus. Randy, you got to find the link that I dropped in chat on Twitch or YouTube. Get into get into the game. On the right hand side of the screen, there's gonna be a place for you to enter words and then guess. Now, if you think you've typed in a thing and you don't know what's happened, what might have happened is you guessed a word that somebody else already guessed, and so you ain't gonna see much change in it. But Ben, how do you feel about me sharing the clips I make from the streams? Feel free. Until I learn of a reason why I shouldn't let you, I don't see why I shouldn't let you. Thanks for the raid, y'all. Welcome in. How was stream? What were y'all doing over there? Is this has anyone guessed Mary Queen of Scots? That's a thing, right? That's a person. Let's see all this trash. That's got. That was literally my next guess after I got Queen. It didn't feel. Oh, also, if you click on the redacted word that you're trying to guess, it'll tell you how many letters that blank space is. So if you're like wondering how many letters goes in that word that's blocked up, you can just click on it. It'll tell you how many letters are in there. It may make it a little bit easier for you to guess. Trash. 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 I hope your stream goes well. I'm off to bed. Have a great night, man. Hey, thanks for the raid, Grim Exodus. You have a great night. Thanks for raiding in. Hey, if I see you around, I see you around. I'll be here. So y'all have a great night. Can't play in the dark while sipping great food. You absolutely can. Valhalla Conservatory. Believe in yourself. I got Sweden? Hell yeah. Come on now. Trash. 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 Cycling. Trash. Lid. I'm gonna destroy Sweden. Good luck, I suppose. I don't know. Zverig Reigns? Alright, maybe you can try things like, oh, did you get it? It didn't update on stream. Ah, there it is. Christina, Queen of Sweden. Nice. Well done. All right, I'll grab a new one. Grab a new one for y'all. Just so you know, here's all the categories of things it can be. Arts, everyday life, history, people, physical sciences, technology, biology and health sciences, geography, mathematics, philosophy and religion, and society and social sciences. So that's what it's pulling from. Play a new one, and I'm going to drop the link into chat. So here's the YouTube one and the Twitch one. Howdy from Edinburgh. 3:50 a.m. Hey, thanks for coming in. Appreciate that. Make it math. I can't choose. It's like check boxes. I can like uncheck everything but math. But I'm not gonna do that because there's too many of y'all playing right now to really narrow it down. How many of y'all are playing right now? I have no idea. Oh, we got 37 people viewing Twitch. Hell yeah. Appreciate y'all for staying so long. I had no idea. I don't know what we're looking at in YouTube either. Oh, we got 40 on YouTube and 37 on Twitch. Appreciate that. Oh. It's been nice getting back into streaming, so. Hey Ben, do you still have those like 500 exaggerated number? But I know you've been giving quite a lot. Uluit that people gifted you many years ago. I got, yeah. So I got them. I think it was 2. If it was only 2, I still got both of them. They're more like decorative for me because the hole for like the handle, it's big enough for like 3 of my fingers, but I can't fit my pinky in there comfortably. And it's a little bit uncomfortable, but they're gorgeous. So I have the displays for them. You're missing Runza Temperature Tuesday? I don't think I'm missing that. Good night, sweet children. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? They'll be home when the streetlights go on. Worry about your children, okay? supposed to refrigerate a tube of tomato paste. Refrigerate after I open it. Look at that. But put it away. That's not how you hold them, lol. I do appreciate using them as decor, as they do have cultural significance and are primarily used by Inuit women. My auntie made a joke saying, "You are one with the women." Yes! Yes! I don't know. I don't know how, if you know how, like, validating and, like, good it feels as, like, a cis, straight, white man in America to have an indigenous woman say that I am one with the I am one with the women, and it's an indigenous woman who said that. Come on now. Come on now. I would say I was raised right, but ain't nobody really raised me, so I figured it out right. Pick a state accent to do as long as it's one of the original 13. Hmm. Feeling some Georgia, right? Georgia kind of got that. Some rural Georgia. He's down here. It's more of the slower Medea Onions kind of southern accent. So I'm gonna go with that one. That one's nice. Georgia was one of the original 13, right? I ain't I ain't going crazy. That's like 3 accents. It happens. Hey, we found it. All right, Abbasid Caliphate or Abbasid Empire, Arabic. Okay. Well done, y'all. Y'all got that. Oh god, I don't know enough Islamic history for this. Hey, that's the best part about this game is you do learn quite a bit. You got the Uluit. Now you're gonna keep them. I knew the moment you mentioned the plural form being Uluit years ago, I was thinking, yeah, he probably knows the significance. I know they are significant, and I know they're important. I probably don't know all of the history of it, because ain't no one man can know everything. But I'm also not so proud that I think I know everything. So yeah, I got pretty little stands for them. I keep them clean. I keep them taken care of. I haven't chopped nothing with them, but I have tried to hold one as if I was gonna chop some. And it's fun to learn just now that I was not holding it right, which does make sense because it wasn't like it was not a comfortable hold. Side note, I'm gonna have to see you when you come to Boston again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got an ad as you were reading my message. Well, okay, let me know when you're back from your ad, Meatball Dave. All right, let me give y'all a new puzzle. If y'all are watching on TikTok right now, appreciate you for being here. Thanks so much. If you want to, I'm having some team puzzle games going on for chat to get involved with, and if you want to get involved and play together, you got to hop on over to the Twitch or the YouTube. Same name, Ben underscore Brainerd everywhere. So if you want to do that, you can do that over there. Let me drop the new link. Here's the YouTube one. Bang, bang. And then Twitch. I meant like the Arabic characters, not the word. All right. Hey, listen. I ain't know none of them. So you know more than me. You know more than me. All right. Y'all work on that. I gotta finish cleaning up here. And then I gotta drink water. That's what I gotta do. What's on the menu? I was making some pastitio. Will you be doing this again anytime soon? Yes, I will. I don't. I haven't fleshed out exactly what my whole stream schedule is gonna be. I know on Tuesdays I stream D&D, so if you like watching some D&D, that'll be on Tuesdays. And I've just kind of been going on whenever I got some free time. So like 4 times out of the week. Hey, thanks for the follow, Samantha8904 and Lavender Digon. Appreciate y'all. On personal level, since I'm Inuk, despite you being a cis man, I always viewed your Alaska as a woman, LMAO, even way past the Alaskan recap ep of the Ulu, which was censored on TikTok. It's ooh, dangerous weapon. Huh, that's the first time I heard that, but if it makes sense to you and you like it, go for it. I didn't make none of the technically to me none of the states really have a gender. Florida's really the only one that like brings it up sometimes because he says mom and dad, and so like to me Spain is mom only because it ends with a España. But otherwise, hey, if you see Alaska as a woman, then Alaska is a woman to you. And whatever you write in your fan fictions is between you and you and you and you. I promise I ain't gonna read them. I tried reading one once because I thought it'd be funny. Uh, and it was weird for me. Not in like a, oh, I'm uncomfortable and you should stop doing it. Just more of like a, I thought this would be funny and it ain't. Hey, thanks for the follow, Zadok Ben Miss Gab. There's no way that's how that's pronounced. Crazy thing to hear when I got back on my phone. Listen, if that brings y'all joy, that's fine. Just know I ain't gonna read it. So if you meet me in real life, that energy's for the fanfic, not for real life. All right. I can assume the fanfic might have had some scenes or had weird time. Probably, I didn't even get that far. It was just the fact that it was. I'm gonna hold my knife off camera. It was just the fact that it was me and me. Like, I was the multiple of the characters, which makes sense. You know, because it was like Florida and Louisiana, you know? But that's me. So it was like me hitting on me, and I was like, that's bizarre, to say the least. And that's what that is right now. Are you channeling Texas right now? No, that was more of like a rural southern Georgia type thing. If you're on my Twitch stream, there's like you can spend channel points to get me to do a state accent for a little bit. And so somebody just asked me to do any state accent as long as it was one of the original 13 colonies, and so I just went with Georgia. Really? Oh, 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 it's in film. You know. Never believe it's not so. It's clean film. You're gonna read the 500 chapter lesbian Ben times Ben X Ben fanfic. Yeah, oops, all Ben sapphic fanfic. Oh, the funny thing is, I used to have a joke about like if you saw me from the back, you would think that I was just a lesbian walking down the street. But that's when I had the undercut going on. TikTok heard that. Hey, we got it. Federico Garcia Lorca. Federico del Sagrado Corazon de Jesus Garcia Lorca was a Spanish poet, playwright, and theater director. Garcia Lorca achieved international recognition as an emblematic member of the Generation of 27, a group consisting mostly of poets who introduced the tenets of European movements such as symbolism, futurism, and surrealism into Spanish literature. Wow. Hell yeah, Federico Garcia Lorca. That is a long name, dude. That is a long name. Hey, thanks for the follow, Queen of the Geeks. Appreciate that. His whole name, Federico del Sagrado Corazon de Jesus Garcia Lorca. Federico del Sagrado Corazon de Jesus Garcia Lorca. That is a long fucking name, dude. Good for him. More names better, right? That's what that means? Alright, we're gonna drop a new puzzle. I gotta find a spot for my thing that I need to click on. Alright, we got the new one. Dropping the link in YouTube chat. Dropping the link in Twitch chat. Oh, Automod got somebody. Well, you still look like a lesbian if you're turned around enough. I know. I know. And I'm fine with that, honestly. This here. Spilled milk that we forgot to cry over. Oh, Big Mama Bear's back. Hey, friend, made it to the hospital with my friend. But baby came out in the parking lot. Very healthy baby girl, 6 pounds, 8 ounces. Mama and baby are now recovering, and I need a drink because baby almost slipped out of my hands. How's the food coming out? You can't finish that paragraph. You can't finish that paragraph by saying, how's the food coming out? Not in a parking lot. I'll tell you that right now. My food, still in the oven. I'll try not to drop it. First of all, congrats to your friend on the healthy baby girl. And I'm glad of all the parking lots to have a baby accidentally in, the parking lot of the hospital is a great one to pick. I'm glad you were there to help. I'm glad you didn't drop the baby. But the food, I'm sure, is gonna also come out good. Oh, the water didn't break in the truck. Hey, what more can we ask for? And at the same time, we just finished that puzzle. The answer was Sudan. Sudan, officially the Republic of the Sudan, is a country in northeast Africa. It borders the Central African Republic to the southwest, Chad to the west, Libya to the northwest, Egypt to the north, the Red Sea to the east, Eritrea and Ethiopia to the southeast, and South Sudan to the south. Sudan has a population of 50 million people as of 2024 and occupies 1,886,068 square kilometers, making it Africa's third largest country by area. Sudan's capital, most populous city, is Khartoum. Khartoum? Did I say that right? I feel like I said that right. I don't know how else I would pronounce it. All right, we're loading in a new puzzle. Team up. Link in the YouTube chat. New link in Twitch chat. Lavender Digon, I'm glad I'm here. I assume there will be chaos after all. Yeah. Have a good night. I hope to remember to check in tomorrow. Good night, Slice Man. That's gotta be on a quote wall or something. I think I got auto-modded, lol. As a lady who loves others of the same gender, you pass first check for the same category. If I get adopted by lesbians, I think I'm doing well. My cousin and his wife in Oregon aren't gay, but his kid is. Okay. Is that the whole story? You know, it's not like a species thing. You don't need two gay parents to have a gay child. Now, back to the topic of the lesbian women adopting me. I think I'm like at 4. I'm at like 4 or 5. I've gone on dates with or been with in some capacity 4 or 5 different women who all immediately after me started dating women exclusively. For a while there, and it probably still happens. I was kind of like the good luck Chuck of lesbians. And I'm okay with that. Never heard my last name pronounced like that. By the way, it's pronounced Diggin, but for some reason it's spelled like that. Okay, Lavender Diggin. Got it. It's hard to say, it's hard to guess those with if I don't know what, like, if I'm just seeing the word and I have no other information about like where that word comes from or that word or name, like ethnically, nationally, like where that name comes from, it's hard to guess. So I'm just going based off of like whatever I see and guess at that time. But my last name is spelled Brainard and it's pronounced Brainerd. So I fully understand. I get the whole like it's pronounced this, but it's spelled like that. I get it. Uh, Maybe you gave off too much butch energy. Maybe I didn't know I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know there was such thing as too much butch energy. I'm gonna end up with a bisexual woman. Obviously. I'm the final boss of heterosexuality. I feel like I'm more of like the last ditch effort of heterosexuality. Like I feel like it's women looking at me and going, "Well, if it's not him, then it has to be women. Like, I'm the closest women that a man can be. And they go, if it's not him, it has to be women. We got bread. Now we got more bread. Oh, now. Got a refill on my seasonings. You are opening. You are the opening to queerness, Ben. You are the one having people discover who they are. Yeah. That's what people don't understand. It was never a choice. It was just a guess until you find me. Ben is responsible for so many U-Haul rentals. I don't know about all that. But at least two of them are now married to their wives. So maybe you're meant to be the penguins of the movies, not Chuck? Maybe. As someone who is the golden retriever bi wife, technically Pan, married to the introverted gamer IT straight guy, yeah, you will be married to a bi woman. I call my man Sparkle Straight. He is supportive in all the progressive ways, but is a white male. And I love that for both of you. Oh, we just finished this puzzle. Karst is a topography formed from the dissolution of soluble carbonate rocks such as limestone and dolomite. It is characterized by features like pulges above and drainage systems with sinkholes and caves underground. There is some evidence that karst may occur in more weather-resistant rocks such as quartzite, given the right conditions. More you know. Alright, this next one is probably going to be the last one, because the food is almost done, and I am not going to eat on stream. So I'm dropping the links. Dropping the links into the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat. We have 2 minutes left on the oven. Oh. Comical Tuber guessed this one because I did my sister's geography homework for a semester. Hey, the more you know. Meatball Dave, I'm in a lesbian relationship and I'm butch. I don't know, something about Ben makes me want to accept him as a lesbian. It's the haircut. I'm 5'5" and my hair looks like this. I mean, that's my guess. The puzzle name is Weak Short Girl, and I feel seen and offended. Oh, that's funny. Potatoes. You already guess it? Oh, would you look at that? Oh, yeah, no, it makes sense that that one was guessed really quick. Musical theater. Musical theater is a form of theatrical performance that combines song, spoken dialogue, acting, and dance. The story and emotional content of a musical, humor, pathos, love, anger, are communicated through words, music, movement, and technical aspects of the entertainment as an integrated whole. Although musical theater overlaps with other theatrical forms like opera and dance, it may be distinguished by the equal importance given to the music as compared with the dialogue, movement, and other elements. Since the early 20th century, musical theater stage works have generally been called simply musicals. That's kind of fun. Da-da-da. My glasses! My glasses! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, chat. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let me give you the side. Oh yeah, chat. I mean, tell me Anthony Bourdain wouldn't write a beautiful monologue about this. Huh? Just look at it. The fruits of my labor. Okay. I'm gonna turn off my live stream, and I'm going to eat. I'm thinking about coming back on a little bit later, maybe around 9 p.m. or so, maybe a little bit after that. So if any of you guys are still up and want to pop in like 45 minutes to an hour, I might come back on. I'm thinking either we do the homebrew doctor, where you guys can send me $5 and a piece of homebrew, and I will fix the technical. And I will fix the technical writing of your piece of homebrew, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe we play some games. But I will thank you guys. I'll see who's online right now, at least for Twitch to raid. Um, but if you're watching on TikTok, thanks for watching. I'm gonna head out. If you want to follow me on Twitch, that supports me a little bit better, and you can get more involved. But I'm gonna pop off. I might be live again a little bit later though. So good night, TikTok. And then Twitch, we're gonna find someone to raid. YouTube, there's no raid feature on YouTube that I know of. So, I don't know. But Twitch, we're gonna raid someone. Let me see who's online right now. Oh, we got McDoodle, we got Trey, we got who is Chelsea, and we got Faffaroni, Sarah, Katie. Okay, I think I would usually raid Fef here, but he's at the end. He's at the end of a D&D session. It's just gonna be confusing. You won't know what's been going on for the last 2.5, 3 hours. Uh, let's pop into Doodle. She's doing some music stuff. McDoodle is an incredibly talented musician. She's very funny as well. So if you want to give McDoodle a follow after this raid, please do. She's very funny. She's very talented. My brain is not braining. McDoodle. Did I do it right? Yep. Okay. Everyone hop in this raid. When you raid in, say something about beans. I don't know. The beans are here. Something like that. She's an incredibly talented musician. She does. She plays the ocarina, the saxophone, the guitar. She sings. She's very funny. So make sure you follow her when we get over there. And then when you do get over there, say something about the beans. I'll figure out like a good raid call. But Doodle calls me Bean. Doodle and Chelsea call me Bean Bread. So when we raid them, we talk about the beans. Anyway, hop in this raid. If you're on YouTube, you can't hop in this raid, but this does mean the stream is ending momentarily. So thank you guys for watching. I might be on in a little bit. Okay, bye. Did it work? It worked.